Hey everyone, this is Preeti. I'm just making this video because it's been over 24 hours since I've been back. And the last 24 hours have been super, super interesting, reintegrating back into society, into my life, really trying to pace myself. Um, it's interesting when you've been taken out of your environment for a while and you come back. You look at everything differently. My awareness right now is massive. The things I'm noticing that I wouldn't have noticed, the subtleties, the sounds, the smells, the way people talk, their conversation. It's been very interesting. I've been highly sensitive since I've gotten back, and I don't mean emotionally sensitive, just highly sensitive to senses. And it's been interesting. I know I've been told it takes about a week to get back to feeling normalized again. I haven't been listening to any music. I still drive in the car and not put the music on. I keep my phone on vibrate. I think the sounds would be too intrusive for me right now. Just hearing people playing the TV at home is too much. I just come down here actually and hide in my den. Pacing myself for my friends. I have some highly stimulating friendships who like to ask questions, and my brain is not moving at a high functioning speed right now. I'm very slow. I don't want to say slow motion, but it's really peaceful in here right now. But at the same time, I'm getting this feeling where I just had surgery in my brain. I feel like I literally underwent brain surgery. And I came back from the hospital and I'm healing. And that's inside me. I feel I've actually been doing my meditations. I spent last night, I did an hour. This morning I woke up and I did another hour. And it was interesting to observe the sensations going in me now versus to when I was out at the retreat. So, yeah, I experienced a lot of pressure in my mind, a little bit more, I don't want to say headachy, but a little bit more head pressure. Definitely feeling anxiety inside. But the meditations have been extremely helpful. I went to Walmart yesterday with friends just to go return something. And just the conversations of the ladies at the cashier, just high energy, and the people around me on their cell phones talking to their partners, being really agitated. I was just like, this is really interesting, because my awareness is like at an all-time high, and my sensitivities to the small subtleties have increased dramatically, so that when I notice things that are major, they're hugely sensitive to them. My friend bought a bag of chips and was eating them in the car, and I couldn't, honestly, the smell of it was so strong. I was covering my nose and I'm like, I can't even handle the smell of this. I'm just feeling like that little outing was a lot of stimulus for me. That I just asked my friend to drop me off a little bit further from my house, and I just wanted to walk. It was snowing. It was lovely. But I got out there and I was by myself for a moment. It was peaceful. I walked through the forest. There's a little forest and pond and path behind my house. So I walked through that instead of being dropped off at my front door. And I stopped for about 10 minutes and just meditated. It was fascinating, the senses going through me, to observe them at this point. Very interesting. Because I was really calm. And although I'm still calm, I can feel different things that I wasn't conscious of before, although I was conscious of. You just get caught up in this momentum in society. You know, we live very busy. I'm not in a huge town, but it's still very stimulated. People are still very stimulated, and they don't know they're stressed, but they are, because I can feel the stress inside of myself. Although I'm able to work through that and realize and recognize the impermanence of it as long as I continue to hold my meditations, it goes away. But it was nice to just decide to walk instead and slow down and appreciate nature and the trees and the snow and the ice on the pond. It was really nice to just have a little moment to walk. So I attempted going to the gym this morning. I booked in, and I wasn't really feeling it because I did meditate earlier this morning, but I went to the gym, and then I got there. I was like, you know what? I got to cancel being here. The drive there, I just felt like this is going to be too much. The music's going to be too loud. There's going to be too much activity. I'm going to have to push myself. I'm not there yet. I'm very sensitive. I'm feeling the sensitivity. I'm feeling so much energy everywhere. And yeah, I had to cancel that. And I'm glad I did, and decided that today would just be a yoga night. Would probably be the best way to introduce myself back to an activity. But I decided to leave that gym and then go and walk. I went to a forest and I decided to just walk for a while in the snow, noticing no one had walked there really other than one person and their dog, because I could see the foot marks on the trail. So it was nice to just go there, and feeling a little bit anxious, feeling a little overstimulated, I walked down there and I cried. And not because I was happy or sad, not from an emotion, but more out of a release. And I felt really good. It was very grounding. It just helped me bring me back a little bit. And I found it really interesting because, I was walking back towards my car through these trails in the forest. I noticed that, ever since I was a child and when it snowed, I would always walk in the snow where no one's footprints would be, even if there were footprints. I would always want to step in the fresh snow and create my own path. And it brought me back to times when, you're young and you're doing that, and I was doing that. And it was really interesting because I remember people stepping in other people's footprints versus creating their own path. And I realized how profound that was. I realized how deep that actually is. Some of us do create our own path in life, and some of us do follow in others' footsteps. So it brought me an awareness about myself, because I'm still that person. I've always paved my own path and marched to the beat of my own drum versus being a follower. So nothing wrong with that. I'm not judging anybody who does follow in others' footsteps. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people need to be guided. But it was just an interesting moment of witnessing something in myself that I wouldn't have stopped and thought about that walking on a path. Otherwise, I'd be like, oh, I gotta go and I gotta do this, and thinking about something that would be probably eating at me instead of looking at the moment and learning about yourself in that moment. So I just want to say this. I'm just making this video because I wanted to share that this first 24 hours has been really interesting. And I'm very happy and peaceful inside, very aware. I actually even went to a a little drug mart. And and the girl at the cashier was very high energy, and I saw how she was interacting with her like fellow employees, and she was cute. She was just very like bubbly, very like and it's like, and I can be like that too sometimes. And when I approached her to purchase my items, I was so calm. I was polite. Wasn't quiet. I said hello and thank you, and you know, but it was really interesting because I feel like she picked up a vibe from me because she calmed down and she seemed kind of strangely awkward by my presence. So it just was interesting to observe the situation and the shift in me right now and how I'm approaching life and what I need. Realizing I'm listening to my body. If I don't feel like pushing myself right now, then just don't push yourself. And at some point I will be able to. But I do feel like I have this big wrapping on my head, like I just went through brain surgery and I've come back from it and I'm healing. And it's very interesting. It's just very interesting. So I just felt like sharing that because I also don't feel like talking to too many people, telling them my story. Everyone's like, I want to know how it goes, how it went. So it's kind of what my purpose was when I made the video yesterday about my journey, my 10 days. But I'm also making this video just to let you know I'm good. I'm good. I'm keeping myself from getting too overwhelmed. It's the holiday season. So yeah, I feel really good inside. And I'm holding this. But it's been really, really interesting this past 24 hours. I'm about to work now. I have a client coming by very soon. And it's going to be my reintroduction back into work. So it'll be interesting to observe how I feel through that process. But I am looking forward to getting back into it. But I got to pace myself. For sure. So anyways, just checking in. Just want my friends to know where I'm at. If I haven't called you and I'm asking people around me to go ask somebody of something, it's because I can't handle it right now of myself being in others' presence. So I'm just relying on some of my really grounded, calm people around me to help me get some things done or ask people of favors for me. So yeah. But I'll be back. I think in a week. I'm going to feel pretty good, but this week I just got to chill out. Yeah. All right, people. I love you. May you all be blessed, happy, harmonious, and feel peaceful and liberated. Have a good day. Peace.